Wow, what a day. What a chop fest. And if you're not doing proper risk management, you could have really gone tilt and blown up an account today. Thankfully, I did proper risk management, so that did not happen, but definitely a frustrating day nonetheless. Overall, it was just kind of wild that we had really strong, aggressive market offers throughout the day. Look at what we're seeing here just throughout the day, looking at this. All these blue bordered areas are showing market orders on the offers. And so that delta is showing those market orders and it's getting installed at the previous day close 69, 63.25. We just cannot get over that. And then we would get an impulse of market bids pushing price back down. And VWAP would come in right around this area. We see this delta, which coincides with the value area low on the volume profile and this 917 volume profile delta at 6952.75. It was just kind of this back and forth in this 10 to 15 point range all day. And again, it'd be brought up, we'd have some more absorption, come back down, buyers would do the aggressive buying again here. You see the volume imbalance, and it'd create some stacked zones here, run the price up, create another a P-shaped footprint, stall again at the close. Again, we had buyer absorption, and then trade I'm going to share was right here at 9:46, which is 11:46 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Mountain Time. I mean this bar, like there's just no way this is gonna not go down at this point. I thought there's just so many signs here. It was like everything. It was like the potpourri of all my indicator signals here showed in one volume bar. It was just absolutely crazy. It was cool to see. So here we have buyer volume imbalance. So there are market orders aggressively hitting the offer, running this up. So aggressive, in fact. I mean, you see these blue borders. So that's the buyer volume imbalance, 3-to-1 ratio. So aggressive, we created a zero print here. So you notice there is, I'll even zoom here even more if you'd like. See 47 delta with a 47 total, which means there were no bids at that price. And it jumped up here. And this created a 23.6 delta percentage of buyers. Meaning that that percentage of buying delta on the buyer side was like 23.6 percent greater than the sellers, and it still got stalled. And that is like a perfect absorption signal at that point, in my estimation. That is like very clear there is a passive seller present. And that was followed up by would I like to see a gray cumulative delta. So this is a neutral, typically indicating reversal. So I took a position here at this point, and then followed up quickly by aggressive market sell, hitting the bid, and I'm feeling good. Like this is looking great. Like this is finally going to run. It's going to break down to the downside. We're finally going to take out the low of the day, and hopefully see us take out a little further down here. I want to hit these LVNs down here at 6929 from 105, and this buyer imbalance here. I thought we'd kind of run price down to this point here, but that did not happen. So we came back up again, and at this point, I took a starter because I've been a bit gun shy now with the way the market was behaving today. And then we saw more buying volume imbalance from the offer side, and it was absorbed 463. We tried again, 230. It seemed like there can't be any more gas in the tank from the buyers, right? And how wrong I was. It ran up here. It's interesting. It took out an LVN from yesterday, and then more absorption, price ran down. It took out that LVN and came down here, and price moved back down to this area that was hanging out all day, finding support, blew around VWAP, and ran back up into the close and never really got much higher than that. So I see it's dropping off now here again. It was just a crazy day. So after this happened, I got knocked out. I had my stop loss. I think it was around 69, 67 or so. I'll go through the TradeZilla journal, but after I knocked out this, I'm like, F this. I am out of here.
It's a joke. It's a scam. It's not real. I'm out.
I know when there's like something going on that whatever my strategy is just not going to work in this case today. Definitely frustrating. But again, risk management, make sure I didn't blow up an account, didn't exceed my max loss for the day. I always set inside Tradevit, even though I'm in NinjaTrader for trading. I put my I'm trading through a Tradevit account actually, but I'm using NinjaTrader as that platform for all of my indicators. And I set my max daily loss within Tradevit just to make sure I'm not doing anything too stupid. So at that point, I was done. It's just absolutely crazy. So here's my trade Zella journal. Again, it's not like that much money. It's like $26. So it's like I'm not losing sleep over this. And I felt like I wasn't really emotions running high through this. Just like I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just, yeah, I just couldn't, I just couldn't believe it. It was crazy. So, what I was looking at here is I try to journal my trades in a way where I look at the where, I look at the what, and then I look at the why. So the where, there is previous day close and value area low. And looking at this, we had this previous day close. We kept on getting hung up there. There's somebody absorbing there, a passive seller. And then we also have this value area. Oops, not value line. I'll have to change it. The value area high. What am I doing here? So I did take trades earlier in the day, some starter positions in this main value area, which I tried to avoid doing, but some of the signals just look so tempting. I end up, taking a starter on those. But this time I took my trades outside that value area, which I think you always get better risk to reward in that case. It seemed to be the pattern all throughout the day. And then my what, there's a ton of buying. A buyer VP delta. See, just look at this. It's just kind of crazy. We have all this delta here. Can I zoom in this? Not really. Okay. All this buying delta in the volume profile. So there's like trapped buyers here. They came in here aggressively at these levels and were unable to move price higher. And so that large delta in the volume profile is formed from all these trapped buyers that just were not able to move price higher. So we had this, we had tons of absorption. I think there was like 6 or 7 absorption signals on the different footprint bars. Let's go through and actually count. Just go back to the beginning of the day, 7:30. Yeah, so since the market opened, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6 absorption signals on the bars by the time I had a full position in. And there was then 7, 8, 2 more after I got stopped out. That I have not seen that number, I think, ever in one session. In addition to that, we had this buyer delta, which talked about before, in addition to massive buyer volume imbalance and a zero print. So it's like the most clear indicator that you could have for exhaustion. It just there's I don't think there's much more you could add to that for exhaustion. It's amazing. And then buyer volume balances failed to move the price further up all day long. They just couldn't get past this area here. In addition to that, I like to see on Bookmap an impulse of volume from one side or the other. In this case, I want to see buyers have an impulse of volume and then it just doesn't move price any higher. So you see this extraordinary high volume compared to the other bars here and this big dot. You got a little bit higher and then it just couldn't go any higher. And you see it stalling here and starting to have these red dots coming back down. So sellers are stepping in again, these aggressive bids. I wasn't worried about liquidity here. I don't really use Bookmap as much for liquidity as I do for the aggressive buying and see what's actually happening. The trades are executed rather than the liquidity sitting on the book. So like this is perfect reversal signal and it just didn't happen. So I hope you all did well today and survived, preserved your capital to trade another day. I think, even though I'm not like losing tons of money in here, I've pretty much taken the last year off of trading just to develop all these indicators and learn how to do development in general. So I'm just kind of getting my feet wet again here in this case. But regardless, I feel like my mental capital's drained after yesterday and today. So I'll be trading lately on Friday in my trading day. If you have any questions, let me know. We do have the free Discord. You can join, link below in the description where I can answer any questions you have around Tradevit questions. And I post these videos and any other announcements we have there. And if you do subscribe to the NinjaTrader indicators, you will get access to the broader rooms where those who subscribe to the NinjaTrader indicators will have access to things like my morning trade plan and some other trade journal information. And plus, you get a chance to give feedback around the roadmap for those paid indicators. So thank you for watching the video. Let me know if you want to see anything different in these videos. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and a better start to the week than what I'm having so far. Have a great one.